I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, talking to David Manger, and he is a person I've wanted to come see a long time because you've got a business that I think is part of what may save the world.
Thank you. Yeah, we specialize in native plants and fruit trees, and we try to really stick with the sustainable message behind gardening and all that kind of fun stuff when you're working with the outdoors.
I think, like a lot of people, you studied something in college that turned out to be completely inappropriate for you.
Yeah, I did bioengineering, and I think right about when I was halfway through, I realized that I didn't want to be in a cubicle. So for the second 2 years of school, I tried my hardest to get further and further away from it.
And so I believe that a very nice couple started this kind of as a backyard hobby, and you kind of fell into it through that?
Yeah, I started as a sustainable landscaper, and I often, from the very beginning, had a hard time finding the plants and things that I needed for my projects. So I ran into Jane and Lynn, who were the original founders of Roots and Shoots. And after a little while, they decided that they were ready to officially retire.
Yes.
And that was a great moment for me and a great opportunity to add Roots and Shoots to my landscaping company.
And you have a pretty big staff, and everybody here seems to share that same passion from what I see.
Yeah, we try really our hardest to find everybody that's really into the insects and the birds and all the beauty around nature. That's not just flowers.
But flowers are fun.
Yeah, really fun.
Yeah. And so you've got herbaceous perennials, then you've got woody perennials, I believe, and then because of your interest in permaculture, I believe you have fruits that can perform well in Charleston?
Yep, we have, in Charleston, we're in a really cool spot because we are almost semi-tropical, and we could bring a lot of the warm fruits up into here, and we could also bring a lot of the northern fruits down into Charleston. So I do a lot of research on figuring out what grows best here in our little special zone, and we try to make it all available to the public.
And so you've got two little boys, and I think they can sometimes pick an apple off a tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we've been told you can't possibly grow an apple in this part of the world.
That's wrong. I think all it has to do with making sure you make the right selection when it comes to a fruit tree. So we can certainly grow some apples in Charleston as long as you're being well aware of finding things that are low chill hours.
I think you have an affinity for citrus too. Some of them that are probably fun to bring inside and make orange juice or put in your sweet tea.
Yeah.
And then some of them are kind of exotic.
Yeah, we have a handful of exotic ones that are good for making drinks and cooking with, and other ones that are good for squeezing for orange juice and just eating fresh.
And when people come here and decide that they want to add citrus to their landscape, I think you're very careful to give them the rules about not taking it outside of the county because of the citrus greening quarantine, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, totally. We have a quarantine under all of Charleston, and probably everywhere south of us also is under quarantine. So you just have to be a little careful about moving citrus once you bring it home with you. It's got to stay there.
I think you're interested in carnivorous plants too. And I think that's a fun thing because people can easily do that in a small area in their house, can't they?
Yeah, totally. So the carnivorous plants take a very special soil type in a special environment. So you could build a mini environment for that plant and keep it right on your porch or somewhere really convenient for you.
Gosh, I wish we could get one that just specialized in mosquitoes. Wouldn't that be the bomb?
That's like the $1 million idea.
And then I think you've got woody. You have some trees too. So are they also, is there a native selection of trees?
A huge native selection of trees and a huge selection of shrubs and all plants of all sorts of sizes.
Really? And I don't believe that you do installations, but you are willing to spend time with people generously and guide them in choices?
Yeah, since our nursery grew so much, we don't do landscaping anymore, but we have a great list of other landscapers that we work with, and all of our staff is really well trained and equipped to answer lots of questions about people's yards if they bring in pictures and things like that.
So through Doug Tallamy, we're all trying to reduce the size of our lawn. If someone wanted to start a meadow as part instead of just all turf grass or start native grasses, would you be able to give some advice on how to do that?
Yeah, we can give all sorts of advice for all sorts of different projects, whether you want to get rid of your yard or expand a really shady section of your garden and really we hear all sorts of different things that people are getting into.
I would think part of the joy is just to see people come and get so excited about the opportunities and the varieties here. Does it bring joy to you?
Every day. Yeah, it's a great place to hang out and work, and I think there's no such thing as a sad plant person.
That is a wonderful way to look at it. You've certainly given us a lot of happiness today. I've got a big basket that I'm going to put in the back and take home with me. I've got a busy week for next week. And, I'll just have these beautiful native plants that are so easy to care for once I get them established. And fall is the best time to plant. So I'm doing it at just the right time. And not only will I have the flowers, but what do you think I'll also get to enjoy?
Well, I think for years to come, you're going to have lots of birds and bees and all sorts of other little creatures thanking you as well.